Hi, welcome to day 43 of AmyAllenTV. Still in Nashville, had a great day. I have added some saxophone to a couple of songs. I have met the most incredible backup singer. Her name is Vicky, and she is thebomb.com. I cannot wait for y'all to hear her. I was just, even at my age and everything that I've done and accomplished in music, I just love hearing what other people have done. And she sung backup for ZZ Top's Viva Las Vegas, which JT and I listen to every time we get together. It's one of our standards, and that's her. And now she's on my album, so I feel very fortunate. And I spent the day with Denny again today. Denny is the guy that is fortunate enough, I feel fortunate enough to get to call my producer. Lovely, lovely Christian man, and it is so wonderful getting to work with someone who has my best interest at heart first and wants to make great music with me. So once again, I feel very, very, very good and very good for this trip. I feel like it's the best thing that's happened in a long time. I feel like I've arrived here, and I'm with my family, my Nashville family. Now that both of my grandmothers are gone, I don't have to say my Nashville granny anymore. I just say my granny. And so that's good. Melanie, let's talk about the weight a little bit. I told y'all I would go buy a big, huge firework when I hit the 200-pound mark, so that marks 40 pounds. This morning when I stepped on Granny's scale, I weighed 200 pounds. Fireworks are nowhere to be found in this town at this time, so we'll have to come up with another plan. But I feel very good about this. Kind of shed a little tear this morning because it's been such an incredible journey, and I feel good. And I knew it was going to happen here. I got a little leery of Granny's scale because, when you travel from, scale to scale, they say there's a huge difference. So what I did was I purchased a 3-pound bag of apples and put the apples on the scale, and they registered 3 pounds. So I feel very good about that. Since I've been here in Nashville, I've had lots of people ask me lots of questions, and my friend Melanie, she got to watch Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead last night, and she herself, like we've talked about for these past 43 days, she herself suffers from emotional eating. She suffers from all those things that I suffer from and continue to suffer from. So it was I've talked to her just briefly, but she had to go to work this morning, and I'll have more, but very, very overwhelmed and very very interested in learning more after seeing Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead last night. And for those of you that hear me talk about Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead over and over again, we learned last night that you can watch it via Netflix on your computer, on your TV, and it is free. So if you think about it and are interested in what I'm doing, that is where it all started, and you can watch it for free on Netflix. Melanie has 10 minutes to go because we were borrowing the neighbor's internet, and it shut down on us in 10 minutes away from the end of the movie. So she's yet to see the total change of the young truck driver at the end. So that is just, I can't wait for her to see his picture. And maybe, I said yesterday that I am leaving the juicer with Melanie and Granny. What if Melanie calls me in a couple of weeks and says, Amy, after you left, I've been juicing for a couple of weeks and I've lost, let's see, at the 10-day mark, what was it for me? I believe it was 15 pounds. And I've told Melanie, and just for a recap, I've told Melanie about how the first few days are water. You're not having any sodium, so you're able to release all that swelling. But 15 pounds is 15 pounds, and we'll take anything at this point. So hopefully that'll be a good journey for her. And Granny said something great to me the other day. Have y'all noticed, and those that have followed me from the beginning, is that I've always called this a journey. And I mean, Granny called it a journey yesterday, and I thought, how neat. She said, I hope that other people are able to make a journey like this, and that's exactly what it is. I had a long talk with Tracy last night, and it really is scary because when you get this far into it, you basically You have like, oh, I can stomach a Bloody Mary tonight, the mock Bloody Mary, or I can stomach the Mean Green, or I can only tolerate grapefruit juice. And so we get to those places in this journey, and we realize that the days are ticking by, and we're at 43, and before I blink, it's going to be 60. And so Tracy and I had a long talk last night. I know I've shared with y'all Tracy's 30-day journey with her weight loss and her sinus trouble that she's been having. And since that point, she's been adding protein and edamame and adding almonds to her diet. And so we had a long talk last night over the telephone about what are we going to do, because has 60 days been enough for the addictions to go away? I believe that I'm going to need help for the rest of my life. I believe that the yo-yo and my past track record says to me that I better have a big time plan. And Tracy and I are preparing for that plan. And we're in the beginning stages of discussing this, but what I think is going to work best is to be able to juice 40 to 50% of the time for the rest of my life, and eat when make things special. And I've began to start with the children. I've began to make the eating experience special. I've began to start making creative foods, and I'm very, very proud, as far as the children are concerned, in this lifestyle change, of the salads. And not only am I proud of the salads, but they're eating greens, and they're homemaking their dressings out of sesame oil and vinegar and sesame seeds toasted, and they're making they're adding some strawberries and Monterey Jack cheese with some toasted walnuts and just some olive oil and vinegar. So we're getting rid of all those creamy dressings. I'm not saying forever. I'm not saying that Abby or I can't go to a salad bar and have some great ranch dressing. Excuse me. I mean, I'm not saying that at all, but I'm just saying what we're really, really focusing on is making the healthy choices our norm, and the treats so occasional that we appreciate, we chew, we savor, we enjoy. And I just believe that, you know, when we sit down with a doctor or we sit down with somebody and they start talking about portions, and they start talking about your chicken breast should be the size of a deck of cards, or a small piece of filet, a 5-ounce filet, I firmly believe that we are going to be in better awareness of the portions after this. After these 60 days, I think we're going to be aware. But Tracy made a great point. She said, don't let your mind fool you. You could be back where you started from in 5 days. Nothing has really changed. And you know, she's right. I drove past Crystal's today, and for those of you that don't know what Crystals are, they're those little square hamburgers. And y'all, I had a craving for a Crystal. Was it severe enough to pull in? No, but I could taste that Crystal. And so that lets you know that Tracy's theory is correct. If this had worked in a perfect world, I would have been so disgusted by a Crystal that the thought of even passing by Crystals would have been enough to nauseate me. But it wasn't. So I am going to have to look at this. As we've talked about before, I was a smoker. Smoked for a long, long time. I have not had a cigarette in 2.5 years. And I'm very grateful for that. Very grateful that I can say that, because it was a very, very, very hard thing to do. And because of the way I feel now, and because of how the differences and changes that I have made in my life, I can tell that I don't smoke anymore. I can tell that when I'm on my Couch to 5K program that I'm no longer a smoker, or that my heart is not turning flip-flops all the time. And I'm very grateful for that. And occasionally I crave a cigarette. But here's the deal. I will never smoke again. craving or no craving, I let it pass. That is what I've got to do and accept and understand about food. Is that go ahead. Have a glass of wine, have a beer with a friend, and crave a cigarette, but know that you're not going to ever smoke again. Okay, Amy, you can have that craving for that crystal, but you're never going to have a crystal again. That is how I'm going to have to live the rest of my life. And I'm extremely grateful to each of y'all who have followed me through this and given me the inspiration. And someone asked me at the end of the 60 days, will I still have AmyAllenTV? Yeah, I'm going to need y'all, because this whole thing is really accountability. I've been fortunate enough to have someone along with me on this journey. I've been fortunate enough to have Tracy, but you know, not everybody has someone to be accountable for. And that's what kind of scares me about Melanie and learning about this, is how easy and fun it is to prepare a juice for two. And just in the couple of days that I've been here and having to fix my own juice, it's not near as much fun. So we'll talk more about accountability, but y'all have been my accountability as well. I never will forget all the text after the Taco Bell joke. So I know y'all are on my side, and thank you so much. And thank you for calling me your inspiration and all of those things. I'm really just a girl that's struggling just like each and every one of us with weight issues and addictions. That's all I have for tonight. For AmyAllenTV, day 43, 200 pounds. We've got, by the American Diabetic Association and the American Heart Association, I have 60 more to go before I'm at a normal weight and considered a normal girl. So you'll follow me for the rest of those 60 pounds as well, and you'll follow me through this life journey. Thank you so much for AmyAllenTV, day 43, 200 pounds. Good day.